What's up, y'all? It's your boy Red back again with another playthrough. Today we are playing through Sonic and the Black Knight. So this game came out in 2009. So this came out after Sonic Unleashed, but before Sonic Colors. So this is pretty much like this game, honestly, even though it's not like a mainline Sonic game necessarily, at least not in the sense of like it's not continuing like what Unleashed did, because of course Unleashed, Colors, Generations, that's like that's the original Boost trilogy or whatever. This game, on the other hand, is a part of the Storybook trilogy. Well, I guess you could say it's a duo because the third game had never came out. Even though I feel like Sonic Team, y'all can still, I feel like even with Sonic 4 Episode 3, I feel like the third storybook game and Sonic 4 Episode 3, y'all can still do that. They just deciding not to, which I mean that's fine, especially in Sonic 4's case. But I'm gonna be honest, I actually like Sonic 4 Episode 2. I be feeling like people give it a lot of flack for like not much. Well, they have reasons, but I think the main reason Sonic 4 is like as a series got so much hate because the first game was so bad. And not that it was like a bad game, but it was just like, I don't know. Sonic 4 is kind of messed up because the game was never meant to be like this big grand like return to form for Sonic. It was really like a mobile game at first, and then they end up calling it Sonic 4, and then the rest was history. But yeah, this is a swan song for all of the 2000 Sonic games. So yeah, because after this, and I discussed this in my Colors playthrough, but Colors is pretty much like a very 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 soft reboot of the series. So in that game and forward, everyone still acts pretty much the same, and things work pretty much the same, but it's just ever so slightly different. But yeah, so we still have Japanese writers for this game. So just compare the way like Sonic talks and like his mannerisms, and like this is more in line with how he acts in Unleashed. Cause Colors, he goes for more like the Saturday morning cartoon type of vibe. But in this game, oh yeah, this is full on like shonen anime protagonist type. And I'm gonna be honest, I love this. I actually do. Now I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too knowledgeable on whatever like stories or history that this is based on. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know nothing about medieval King Arthur, those type of tale. I'm not big on that. So this is like these characters right here, they have different names other than their real names. Now I still look at them as Hell, Shadow, Blaze, and Knuckles, but I think they're called Percival, Lancelot, and Gawain. I don't know who those people are in real life. Y'all should definitely let me know, or I might Google search one day. But yeah, so this is a part of the storybook series, which I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when I was younger, like when this was coming out, I didn't really pay too much attention to that. To be honest, it wasn't until I got older where I was noticing people were saying that this was like the storybook series. Even on the box of the game, I think there's like a portion of Sonic that says this is the second game in the storybook series, or this is a part of the storybook series. Which I always thought that Sonic Chronicles was a part of this too, but I don't think so. I think the continuation of this would have been really good, like on the 3DS though. Because when we think of the 3DS, Sonic didn't have much going on 3DS other than Lost World. and barely that. I mean, I know there was Generations too, but let's be for real. Generation, even Lost World too, to be honest, but not as much Lost World. But I feel like Generations 3DS is very much just like a, I don't know. It feels like very much just supplementary material for the main game on Xbox 360, PS3, PC. Lost World on 3DS kind of feels like it's, you know, it kind of feels like it's trying to be on the same level as the Wii U game. In terms of like content, stages, story, all that type of stuff. Yeah, like it doesn't feel like a watered down version of the HD version necessarily. Like it can very much like stand on its own, but like I said, Generations, Lost World, that is pretty much all we had on the 3DS. And then what else? A bunch of like ports and stuff, like the Genesis games. Basically, off the top of my head, that's the only thing I can think of. Like 3D Sonic 1, 3D Sonic 2. It's a crime they didn't do 3D Sonic 3. They never do. They never give Sonic 3 justice. Rarely do they ever do. Nowadays, at least. Oh, but yeah, the story. I really haven't even touched on the story. So yeah, let me talk about the story in this game. There really isn't much to it, to be honest. Like, this is very much just like a villain of the week type of thing. Like, I ain't even gonna cap. This is just like a. This is a quick 1-2. This game is not very long, like whatsoever. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, I actually re-recorded this. Like, so I told y'all in Sonic Colors, that playthrough, I told y'all that I had I basically scrapped my whole Sonic Colors playthrough, and re-recorded it because I ended up having a way to record my Wii with the composite input, well, composite output. Not composite, component. The red, green, and blue cable with the audio red and white. Yeah, that makes Wii and GameCube games look amazing with that. Like, oh my god, I be playing F-Zero GX on my monitor, bruh. I would have. That shit looks damn near like HD, even though it's 480p still, but it looks good. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, I don't know. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people, if a game isn't like super high res and it isn't like a million polygons and like, damn, what else was I finna say? Or like the frame rate, or if the frame rate isn't just like 60. Like, some people, I ain't gonna cap. Like, that type of stuff don't bother me. Like, I feel like a game can look good at 30 if it's well made and the art direction is good. Honestly, and honestly, I think this game has pretty good art direction. I ain't gonna cap. But what I think is even stronger is the music. Like, the music in this game, I ain't gonna cap. The music in this game go hard. Like, I wouldn't say it's like. I wouldn't necessarily say I like this better than like the adventure games, but like definitely for the other games around this time or this era. I could even go as far to say I feel like the music. I feel like I remember the tracks in this game. They're more memorable to me than the tracks in Colors. I ain't even gonna cap, even though Colors has a lot of good music, but I think. I don't know. I just feel like the music just fits. It fits the environment. It fits what you're trying to do. It fits the story gameplay. It just fits. Like, I think the music in this game is just top notch. But music in Sonic games are usually top notch. But yeah. So speaking of swords, that is what the main gimmick of this game is. And I hate to say it's a gimmick, but honestly, I ain't gonna cap. I mean, it's cool. I think it like in terms of like the game just working. I think the game does work. Like I haven't ran into like a whole bunch of like glitches or like game breaking like type of things. Um, but at the same time, I think this game would have really helped if it had Wii Motion Plus support or just something, because it's just like sometimes, and there's some mechanics in the game, like there's a part where you have to and we'll get to it when we get to it, but there's like a part of a stage where you have to like beam light off your sword to like a certain like rock or something like that. Yeah, that controls terrible, and I feel like if it had Wii Motion Plus, it actually would control like pretty fine. But the actual like sword gameplay, it's just like waggling the Wii remote. It's not nothing like too like, this game isn't complicated to play. Like I feel like anybody can like pick this up and play. Like there aren't necessarily like, there isn't a lot of, I guess you could say there isn't like a lot of custom, there isn't a lot of variety or like customizable like combos type shit. Like Sonic has different moves, like when you're in the air and you slash it, basically depending on what position Sonic is and you shake the Wii remote, that's determines what Sonic gonna do. So like if he's in the air, and this is probably one of the best moves, when you're in the air and you shake the remote, that attack is like a, I don't know, Sonic just goes to like this air spin dash type thing. Oh, excuse me. And he just like plows through enemies. Like that is one of the best moves in the game. I'm pointing it out when we see it. But there's like a basic 1-2-3 combo, and then really, I don't know. Like I said, the sword gameplay isn't very like, it isn't very, or at least from what or at least my gameplay and what I'm presenting to y'all, the sword gameplay isn't very like sophisticated, I guess you could say. And then you have this right here. And this is I guess this is supposed to be King Arthur right here. Yeah, he's just big bad antagonist guy. He doesn't really have much character, which is a missed opportunity, because I feel like, I don't know, because we're gonna defeat him in later in the playthrough, but I think after we defeat him, I don't think he ever like comes back, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna feel real dumb if I'm not recalling this stuff right after I just played this. Oh, I don't even think I finished what I was saying earlier. So yeah, I had re-recorded Sonic Colors like entirely, footage, audio, and all, because I had found a new way to record. I found a better way to record the Wii. So this basically was the same. This is the same case with this game. Yeah, and this is actually really close to when this was. Well, these videos are still coming out at the same time, but this is only like a week or two before this shit's supposed to come out. So yeah, I just felt like I could give y'all a better commentary this time around. Cause I ain't gonna count. My original recording was in like what? That was all the way in like the beginning of February or like January. Now it's like the end of March. So I just feel like I'm a little bit more prepared, a little bit more focused to just give y'all better commentary. So yeah. And also, yes, I am playing this in Japanese. If you are new to this channel, yeah, for the most part, I play most of these games in Japanese. Now, sometimes I do play them in English. Like I did play Sonic Colors in English because that was the first game with the new cast, and I actually like Roger Craig Smith. I actually really like Roger Craig Smith, but I also love Jason Griffin. But at the same time, I also love Junichi. So yeah, when I hear Sonic in my head, it's usually the Japanese voice. I ain't even gonna cap. Same thing for Dragon Ball. So yeah. I think the English dub of this game is actually really good too, though. Like I said, this is after Unleashed, so presentation wise, everything here is top notch. I ain't even gonna count. Like even graphics wise. And I think this game was originally, or at least when they were showing off what the Hedgehog engine was like, they used I think they were using Black Knight assets to show it off. They were using this game and they were using Sonic Unleashed. So yeah, that would have been really cool if this came out. Like they should have definitely like remastered this for like Wii U and put it in the Hedgehog engine. I think that would have looked really cool because this game looks really good actually. Even this right here, even though you like this part, like these cutscenes, of course they kind of cut costs, but I think this is a good compromise though. Like the way they presented it, it's kind of like a comic, which is not out of line of Sonic because Sonic has a huge comic scene. So yeah. But anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next part. This your boy Red, and ciao.